Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 126th Commencement Exercises of the Marcellus Central School District. Please rise and welcome the Marcellus High School class of 2019 as they take the stage.
That our flag was Marcellus, best of high school, school we love most dear. May thy sons and daughters thy name revere.
Thank you, seniors. It is my honor to introduce the distinguished members of the Marcellus Board of Education and honored guests who share the stage with the class of 2019. I would ask you to hold your applause to the end. To my right, Board Vice President Patty Sager, Board Member Janine Lundrigan, Board Member Michael McAuliffe, Board Member Kelly Rossiter, Board Member Margie Venzel. And to my left, Superintendent of Schools Michelle Brandner, Assistant Principal DMS Jean Charlo, Commencement Speaker and Social Studies Teacher Andrew Hunter, and hiding behind the stage over here are our class advisors Laura Coons and Roxanne Tangretti. And I would also ask that you recognize the faculty on the stage and sitting in the audience who have spent the past 13 years educating the class of 2019. So please recognize them. To officially open these commencement exercises and welcome our honored guests and graduates, I would like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Michelle Brandner.
Good afternoon, graduates of the class of 2019, faculty, staff, board members, families, and friends. Graduates, this is your day, set aside to celebrate you and your accomplishments. For those of you in the audience that I've not had the pleasure of meeting, as John said, my name is Michelle Brandner, and I am the very proud Superintendent of Schools of the Marcellus School District. I have to tell you, as a former teacher and high school principal, I still go through the mixed emotions as we watch a group of young people that we have all cared for and nurtured for so many years leave our doors ready to enter the world, but I do assure you, ready they are. So I was chatting a few days ago with Mr. Durkee and lamenting the fact that for some reason I had yet to have the perfect words to share with you today pop into my head. I will admit that is usually the case for me. When I need to make a speech, one just starts rolling around in my mind, and it flows out when I sit down at my computer to write. So I asked him, what would he say to this amazing group of graduates if he was the one opening the ceremony? And he said to me, well, I want them to know that Marcellus will always be their home. And I thought, what a great idea. Marcellus is a wonderful community with beautiful tree-lined streets, a quaint downtown filled with businesses that are all committed to service in our community. So surely this is an incredible place to call home. But then my mind traveled to thinking about the educational career of these particular graduates. You see, the class of 2019, well, at least many of them, began their career right here on this campus, enjoying 4 years at KCH, their elementary school home. And then they traveled from 4th grade through 8th grade to the Driver Middle School, and that became their middle school home, before moving on to the high school to live the next 4 years in that cozy new home. But just as they got settled in and completed their sophomore year, everything changed. Suddenly, the class of 2019 discovered that they would be spending their last 2 years of high school back at none other than Driver Middle School. I mean, what a crazy idea. How could we think of tearing this fine group of men and women from their high school home after all? Well, like it or not, it happened. We moved them. And of course, we tried to make DMS a comfortable place for them as high school students. We reimagined the atrium space. We purchased some nice high-top tables and chairs to make it more like a collegiate commons. We set up the snack cart so they could have their food and beverages at their whim, and we made sure that high school rules and guidelines followed them down the hill. I mean, we even created a special parking lot for them. I have to say, all of you that were drivers, you were admittedly quite reluctant to use. It seems that you calculated the distance from the top of Reed Parkway to the front door and decided that was a much shorter walk. In fact, I think we even had to enact a police order to keep you from parking on the roads, so you have that to your legacy as well. We were certainly concerned that you would miss your home, and all we wanted was for you all to feel comfortable back at DMS. But my worries about you feeling comfortable, Mr. Durkee's worries, your parents' worries, and even maybe some of your worries never really came to fruition. You see, you learned through this experience that home isn't a place or a building or even a town. It's the people surrounding you who love you. Even when you're at your worst, they love you, and they support you through thick and thin. We should have known that as long as your friends and teachers went back to DMS with you, you would be just fine. So, okay, Mr. Durkee, yes, we want these graduates to always remember that Marcellus is their home. But more importantly, graduates, I want you to know that all of these people surrounding you here today, including your family members, school staff, and those that you're sitting among on the stage, they are your home. As long as you surround yourselves with people who will lift you up and challenge you to be the very best version of yourself possible, you will have found home. As you travel to places near and far, you will begin to talk to others about your life experiences to date. They will ask you about where you grew up, your friends, your family, and you, of course, will do the same to them. It is then that you will come to truly understand how fortunate you are to have the love and support that you've received from this entire school community. You will come to realize what a blessing you have had being raised as a Marcellus Mustang. I myself feel incredibly fortunate to have landed here. And it has been a complete honor to watch you grow over the past 3 years. Your group and individual accomplishments and the work you've done for our school and our community will leave a lasting impact on all of us for years to come. As you turn the page today and begin a new chapter of your life, my wish for you is that your future will be full of love, joy, success, and happy adventures. Thank you for the mark you have left on all of us, and I know that we will always be your home. Congratulations, class of 2019.
KCH roller skating parties, the 5th grade wax museum, the 8th grade trip to Niagara Falls, the ropes course at Orenda Springs, the junior class haunted house, the junior prom and senior ball and crystal ball cruise, all the sports they played and the concerts they sang and performed in. All of these are integral parts of the tradition and bond of Marcellus. One last tradition is that of the senior slideshow at commencement. The class of 2019 would like to share with you their slideshow. This slideshow has been arranged by Ashley Kane and Christina Graham. Please have your tissues ready. Thank you. At this time, it's my sincere honor to introduce our senior class president, Ms. Carolyn Karlik. Carolyn?
Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to start off by thanking everyone for being here today to celebrate our graduation and our accomplishments. You've been with us from the first day we stepped onto the school bus to today as we wear our caps and gowns on our stage. We made it. We did it. The years went by in a flash, didn't they? It seems like freshman orientation was just yesterday. However, our journey is coming to an end this afternoon on this stage. How did we do it? I know it's a question we all ask at one point. Maybe it's being with one another through sleepless nights and last-minute studying. Maybe it was returning to DMS where we yelled, "No bells," every time the bells wouldn't ring. Or maybe it was our connections to each other that saw us through. No matter what, anyone was ready to help out a fellow classmate. We've been by each other's sides for years now. We've grown up together. We all have helped each other in some way. So as we sit here together one last time, look to your left and look to your right and realize that we're all connected. So what do we do now? We're smarter, aren't we? We know about science and math and history. We know more about technology, and we know more about the environment. We know more about ourselves and our friends. We know about suffering in the world. From here, some of us will try to focus our learning in college, becoming skilled in a specific area of study. Others will learn a trade and begin another life journey of holding down a job or having families. Some of us will float for a bit while we try to figure some things out. But what are we supposed to do? Did we just study so we could get the answers right on a test? Was that really the whole point of all of this? I don't think that was the point at all. I think the point of this is to put our knowledge to work. This is our time to show the world who we are and what we can do. More than ever, our nation needs young people to speak, to use their voice, not sit quiet. We need to become involved, we need to spread our knowledge, and we need to always lend a helping hand. We need to initiate change. The world needs us, no matter which path we take. The world is in our hands now. We control our future, and it is safe to say that our time at Marcellus has prepared us for this challenge. I'm confident that each and every one of us can make a positive impact and be that change. After all, what choice do we have but to help others? We've done it through school, and we can do it moving forward. I want to say thank you again to my classmates for letting me be your class president for junior and senior years. It's an honor. Thank you to our administrators, coaches, teachers, staff, parents, and anyone else who has helped shape and guide us to who we are today. I want to leave my classmates with 2 challenges going forward. Challenge number 1. Think of a person, a teacher, a coach, a parent, anyone who has had a great impact on you and your high school career. Go up to them and tell them. Thank them for what they have given you. Trust me, it's going to mean a lot to that individual. Let others know how you feel while you have the time, and never leave your words unsaid. We are never going to be guaranteed tomorrow. Challenge number 2, make a change. Maybe your change in the world isn't curing cancer or becoming the one who solves climate change, but instead, maybe your change is standing up for those who do not have a voice. Maybe it's being a trustworthy person or being kind to others. Try to make at least one positive impact a day. This can be even as simple as smiling at a stranger. Our world needs kindness. Use what we have learned and put it to use. We can no longer sit on the sidelines. This is our time to shine. We all have such bright futures ahead, and I see so much talent and knowledge sitting on this stage beside me. I wish you all the best of luck, and remember, once a Mustang, always a Mustang. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolyn. Before I read the next citation, I would like to ask the members in the audience and anyone on stage who has served our country in military service to please stand. Marcellus Senior High School students have a proud history of military service to their country. From the battlefields of the Civil War to the sands of Normandy to the deserts of the Middle East, Mustangs have fought valiantly and honored their country, their community, and their families. The class of 2019 have 3 graduates who have chosen service to country. I'd like Tristan Parlin to come forward center stage. Tristan has enlisted in the United States Marines. He leaves in October, and his MOS is rifleman. I'd ask Carolyn Wright to come forward. Carolyn has enlisted in the United States Marines. Her MOS at this point is undecided, and she leaves in December. I would ask Sean Madden to come forward. Sean has been awarded a 4-year Army ROTC scholarship to the University of South Carolina with an estimated value of $155,000. Today, these 3 join many Marcellus alumni in representing us with honor and dignity. Thank you for your service. One of the long-standing traditions of Marcel Senior High School has been that of honors graduates. We honor the students who have consistently achieved high honor roll average of 92 or better during the first 3.5 years of high school. I would ask that the following students stand and remain standing as I call their names. Please hold your applause until the end. Erica Willenberg, Hugh White, Katie Wangsness, Jacob Walters, Anna Vetch, Peter Tulowicki, Caroline Tritek, Liam Tierney, Valeria Tarallo, Lucas Stasuk, Julie Schvetz, Jeffrey Shee, Jake Sheridan, Wright Seeley, Cecilia Schwalbe, Justin Shenick, Nick Roseboom, Pat Morocco, Sophia Matthews, Jackson Masters, Shane Manthe, Sean Madden, Nicole Lucido, Kendall Kolaski, Marissa Kohanek, Rebecca Kim, Bryce Kelly, Andrew Kammer, Brayton Johnson, Emma Hutchings, Emma Holsworth, Grayson Hogue, Elizabeth Hammerschmidt, Trevor Garina, Emma Garn, Sydney French, James Farrell, Emily Durand, Charles Donovan IV, Zoe Chekin, Carolyn Karlik, Jasmine Brockway, Joshua Booz, Joshua Bartolotta, Grace Alexander. Ladies and gentlemen, the honors graduates of 2019. The honors graduates have chosen one amongst them to speak on behalf of the entire student body. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce you to this year's honors speaker, Ms. Kendall Kolaski.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to start off by thanking all the friends, family members, teachers, and administration that are here today. Because without all of you, none of us up here would be so ready to take the final steps into the next chapter of our lives. So thank you. Last night, I was sitting at my computer staring at the speech I had written about a week ago, because for once I was on top of my assignments. As I was reading and rereading the words I had written, I realized that I didn't really want to say any of them. So, at 9:05 p.m., I wrote a new speech, because why not? I'm sorry, Mr. Durkee, that this speech is so different than the one I sent you, and for saying that I was probably only going to make minor changes. A good chunk of people on the stage know me as Mom, a nickname I inherited at my first co-ed party back in 7th grade. It was a Super Bowl party at Joe Martin's house, and being a bunch of rowdy 7th graders, the place got messy fast. I couldn't refrain from picking up cups and spilled popcorn, so the nickname Mom was born. I was pretty embarrassed about it for the next few years because honestly, what teenager wants to be known as a mom? But I have to say, looking back, I really appreciate that Mom was my nickname. After all, moms are symbols for unconditional love and sacrifice and are willing to help anyone in need. So yeah, being called Mom actually turned out to be pretty cool. Thank you to all of those who used the nickname. It was an honor to be your honorary mother. Being a mom also means you can give advice. Whether or not the kids listen to it is another story. Seeing that I have been an honorary mother for several years, I would like to share a few pieces of advice to my friends up here on stage today. Whether you all listen to it or not is really up to you. First thing, be respectful. You have to give respect to get respect. By giving respect, I believe so much more can be accomplished. If you're willing to respect and listen to those around you, finding a solution to a problem can be easy. As we go off to new places, being respectful to others is going to be very important. It will help you make strong connections in an unfamiliar place. The second thing, be kind. As I was writing this speech, I looked on the wall next to the computer and I saw a quote that my mom had written down, and it's from an unknown author. The quote reads, "Life is short, and we do not have much time to gladden the hearts of those who travel with us. So be quick to care, to love, and make haste to be kind." This quote should resonate with everyone here today, not just the graduates. Kindness is key, and it should not be something we brush off simply because we are too busy. You never know what someone else is going through, and you never know when a smile can make someone's day. My final piece of mom advice comes from a fortune cookie that I cracked open exactly 1 month ago today while out to dinner with my family. The cookie read, "Always remember where you are going and never forget where you have been." Living in a small town like Marcellus might have been hard for some people, and for some of you, leaving here will not be that hard. But what you should all remember is how amazing it is to be in a town that has teachers, coaches, and community members that have invested so much into making us better students and better people. So go out and enjoy all of your new adventures. But don't forget that we live in a town that will always love and support us no matter how far we go. Thank you all for letting me be a mom one last time. And thank you to all the real moms, dads, and any parent figures out there who do so much for all of us. We love you. I would like to finish by thanking my classmates for giving me the chance to speak today. It meant so much to me. We have accomplished a lot over 4 years, and I know, no doubt, that we will accomplish much more. Best of luck to each and every one of you, and congratulations, class of 2019.
The awards given at commencement stand as a testament to the dedication and honor of so many teachers, students, administrators, and patrons of the Marcellus Central School District. At this time, it is my sincere honor to present the awards to the graduating seniors. As you may well imagine, choosing the recipients of these awards is often a difficult decision. There are so many strong candidates from which to choose from in the class of 2019. We will begin with the Ryan Alazansky. The Ryan Alazansky Award comes from Ryan's family, a 1999 graduate of Marcellus Senior High School, and it offers this merit-based scholarship in his memory to a deserving graduating senior who possesses similar qualities and characteristics. It is awarded to a student who demonstrates strength of character through leadership, community service, and commitment to helping those in need. This year's recipient is Andrew Kammer. The Robert Midgley Memorial Award is given in memory of Mr. Midgley, a dedicated community member, father, husband, and professional photographer. Many cherished moments of Marcel Senior High School proms and balls and senior portraits were captured by him. It is his dedication and passion to the art of photography and his love of Marcellus Central School District that we are here to commemorate. This year's recipient is Emma Hutchings. The Marcellus Central School District Bus Driver Scholarship is an award funded by our bus drivers. It's given to seniors who demonstrate perseverance and effort in achieving their education. This year, their recipients are Taylor Mealy, Colin Harold, and Erica Wollenberg. The Federman Dorrance Science Scholarship is donated by the High School Science Department in memory of Mr. Federman, who served the students of Marcellus High School as their physics teacher and science department chair, and Reg Durant, who served the students as an earth science teacher and science department chairperson. This award goes to an outstanding science student, and this year's recipient is Jeffrey Shee. The Marcellus Optimist Club donates the Donald Kilcoyne Award for Occupational Education to those students whose grades and attendance make them the most outstanding graduate at our BOCES program. This year's recipient is Eva Linder. The Mulroy Scholarship Fund is an award established by Mildred R. Mulroy pursuant to the provisions of her last will and testament. This award is given to a student pursuing an education in the field of mathematics or science. The recipient of the Mulroy Scholarship is Joshua Booz. The Hugh Dawson Military Service Award goes to a student entering military service. The recipient of the award this year is Sean Madden. The Ida Gleason Award is an award given in memory of Ida Gleason by the County South Resource Center to a graduating senior based on community service. And this year's recipient is Joshua Booz. The Marcellus Rotary Club donates the next award, which is given to a senior who exemplifies the Rotary motto, service above self, as evidenced through his or her senior English language arts portfolio service learning reflection piece. This year there are two recipients, and we're proud to have Emma Garn and Rebecca Grinnell as the recipients. The family of Michael Cogswell presents the Michael Cogswell Memorial Award to a student who has combined English and music talent. The award this year goes to Jackson Masters. The Dorothy Long Scholarship is given by the Marcellus High School graduating classes from 1931 to 1939 to honor their class advisor. The recipient this year is Carolyn Karlik. The Martisco Lions Club Scholarship is provided by the Martisco Lions Club and presented to graduating seniors based on community involvement and exemplary work ethic. The recipients of the Lions Club Scholarships this year are Julie Schvetz and Grayson Hogue. The Jonathan Clark Memorial Scholarship is presented by the Clark family in memory of John Clark, a 1986 graduate of Marcellus High School. John loved music and was an active member of the MCS band. The award goes to a graduating senior who has a background in music and has been accepted to an institution of higher learning where he or she will participate in music activities and or performance. The recipient this year is Nicholas Roseboom. The family of John Joseph Lamanchi have established the John Joseph Lamanchi Scholarship. It is presented to graduating seniors who embrace the academics and espouse the principles of respect, kindness, and compassion of every person. The recipients of the John Joseph Lamanchi Scholarship are Hugh White III and Nicholas Roseboom. The family and friends of Michael Sheridan have established the Michael Sheridan Memorial Scholarship. The scholarship is awarded to student athletes who exemplify similar characteristics to Michael, a student who worked hard and competitive in both the classroom and on the field. These students must have a strong desire to achieve in both areas. We are proud to present the award to two graduates, Natalie Clare and Tom Kinsella. The Nicole Seidman Memorial Humanitarian Award is given in memory of Nicole Seidman, a member of the class of 1998. This award is intended to recognize members of each class who have demonstrated a compassionate attitude and whose behavior has positively impacted the lives of others. The recipient this year is Emma Holsworth. The Marcellus Faculty Association Scholarship Incentive Award is provided by the Marcellus Faculty Association and presented to a graduating senior for academic excellence. The recipient this year is Caroline Tritek. Our Board of Education gives the Art Purchase Award to honor one piece of work that the art teachers select as representing the best work completed by a senior student. This work is then hung in the high school library. This year's Art Purchase recipient is Jacob Tucker. The Holly Prentiss Memorial Scholarship is provided by our Fine Arts Department to a graduating senior who exemplifies the qualities, values, and morals that Holly stood for. It is being presented this year to Mr. Joshua Bartolotta. The Marcellus High School Character Education Award is presented to students who embody the Marcellus Senior High School values and traits in and out of school. They are integrity, tenacity, and community throughout their high school career. The recipient this year is Emma Hutchings. Emma, stay here. The Christine Parish Nursing Scholarship is an award going to a graduating senior pursuing a career in nursing. The recipient this year is Emma Hutchings. The Atisco Lake Preservation Association Care of the Environment Award is given to a deserving senior continuing their study of environmental, biological, or health science, especially related to water conservation, quality, or protection. This year's recipient is Angelina Van Camp. The Rodrigo Scholarship is given to a graduating senior who will study fine arts at the college level. This year's recipient is Emma Weatherall. The Carmen Costa Jr. Memorial Scholarship is given to a student who has demonstrated the characteristics exemplified by Mr. Costa. This student is caring, conscientious, encourages his or her classmates, and demonstrates high musical achievement and dedication to the band program. I must note that this year's recipient is the composer and arranger of our recessional song, appropriately named End of an Adventure. This year's award goes to Justin Shenick. The Patty Weiss Educational Assistance Award is given to a graduating senior from Marcel Senior High School who plans to study science at a 2-year or 4-year school and who has demonstrated a consistent commitment to Baltimore Woods through volunteer programs. This year's recipient is Trevor Garina. The Jodi Tanner Carla Memorial Scholarship is given to a senior pursuing post-secondary education and serves as a positive role model through perseverance, determination, versatility, loyalty, honesty, compassion, and commitment through his or her time in high school. This year's recipient is Carolyn Karlik. The Malcolm Memorial Award is presented annually to a senior entering the field of education. It is donated by the daughters of John R. Malcolm, who served as president of the Marcellus Board of Education for 38 years. This year's recipient is Shannon Lynn. The Marcellus Optimist Club Unsung Hero Award is presented annually to 2 young persons who demonstrated the values outlined in the Optimist Creed. Someone who helps others, volunteers to do community service because he or she wants to, not just to fulfill service requirements for a mandate. This year's recipients are Emily Durand and Carolyn Karlik. The McClurg Building for the Future Educational Assistance Award was established by the McClurg Remodeling and Construction Firm. It is awarded to a senior who has participated in a class, trade, independent study, internship, or job in construction, carpentry, design, or related field. This year's recipient is Jacob Walters, Jr. The Marcellus Academic Club, which consists of parents, teachers, and community members, presents the top 3 graduating seniors with the highest weighted GPAs the following awards. However, before we give these awards, I want to put some context behind them. So I would ask Nick Roseboom to come forward first. Nick has a 101.15 weighted GPA. He is attending Notre Dame University in the fall to study engineering. He's an Eagle Scout. He placed first in the CNY Innovation Challenge in 2018. He's a 3-sport athlete. He ran cross country, indoor, and outdoor track and field. He was a state qualifier for the steeplechase. He also plays the trombone in the symphonic and jazz band and hopes to become a member of the Fighting Irish Marching Band. That is Nick Roseboom. Grayson Hogue has a 101.77 weighted GPA. He'll be attending the University of Rochester to study math and physics. He's a member of Rho Kappa Honor Society, member of National Honor Society, member of National Spanish Honor Society. He won the Seal of Biliteracy. He was a National Merit finalist. Then he was a National Merit Scholarship winner. He's the recipient of the Bausch and Lomb Science Award. He too is a three-sport athlete, was Section 3 Scholar Athlete for Marcellus, and he referees youth soccer and basketball in his spare time. Grayson Hogue. Jeffrey Shee has a 103.47 weighted GPA. Jeffrey will be attending MIT in the fall to study biology and chemistry. He was an international chemistry finalist. He was one of 4 school students in the country to represent the United States in a 10-day international chemistry competition in Slovakia and the Czech Republic. He scored in the top 50 in the country in the U.S. Biology Olympiad. He is a USA Physics Olympiad silver medalist. He led our Marcellus Math League to its first ever first-place finish in the region. He, too, is a National Merit finalist. He volunteers at St. Joe's Hospital as a patient guide. He's a competitive chess player and is the founder of the Marcellus Community Chess Club. He is also a concert violinist. I will be working for Jeffrey one day. Congratulations, Jeff. The next award is given in honor of Chester Driver and Lucy Sweet. The Chester Driver and Lucy Sweet scholarships are presented to 4 seniors based on the following criteria: high scholastic performance and ability, demonstrated leadership while at Marcellus, and participation in leadership and community affairs. This year's 4 recipients are Kendall Koloski, Jeffrey Shee, Wright Seeley, and Hugh White. The Robert Earl Baker Scholarship is given to a student who meets the requirement of Mr. Baker's will. The criteria includes academic standing, financial need, and a planned course of study in college. This is the 39th year of this scholarship, and it is a 4-year scholarship. It is presented this year to Miss Emma Garn. The Marcellus High School Music Department Excellence Award is given to a graduating senior who has demonstrated an unwavering work ethic and an active volunteer for music department events, has displayed performance excellence and advanced ability in all aspects of music, and is a member of at least 1 performance group throughout high school. This year's recipient is Trevor Garina. The Evelyn Berry Van Camp Memorial Educational Assistance Award was established in 2018 by her son, Charles Van Camp, to recognize the life and accomplishments of Evelyn Berry Van Camp, both a practicing nurse and teacher aide in the district. This award is granted to students who will be attending college to pursue a career in nursing, medical services, medical emergency management field, and this year's recipient is Erica Willenborg. And that concludes our awards. One more round of applause for our award winners. Ready? Each year, I meet with the class officers to discuss the selection of a guest speaker. I give them one instruction: make sure this person represents the entire class. It is my pleasure to introduce today's guest speaker, chosen by the students. Mr. Andrew Hunter has served as a social studies teacher in the Marcellus School District since 1993. He has taught global history and geography, psychology, and law and society. He is a proud graduate of Lemoyne College, and he was New York State Council for Social Studies Teacher of the Year in 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce Mr. Andy Hunter.
Members of the Board of Education, Mrs. Brandner, Mr. Durkee, Ms. Charlo, faculty, family, friends, class of 2019. It is truly a distinct privilege and a high honor to speak to you today. Class of 2019, I was conflicted in developing this speech. I first thought I would make you laugh, or maybe make you cry. But I'm afraid to tell you a joke because you probably remember my jokes. They won't make you laugh. They'll probably make you cry. So I decided not to make you laugh, not to make you cry. Instead, I just want to make you think. Do you remember being in a class and you'd be daydreaming or maybe not paying attention, and a teacher would try to bring you back and remind you that your attention was needed? Well, right now is one of those moments. I need your attention. One last time, for old time's sake, for about 5 minutes, so I can impart one final lesson. Here goes. Mr. Durkee, when you introduced me, you left something out. He left out what I am proudest of. I'm so proud to be the son of my beloved parents. I'm so proud to be the husband of my devoted wife. And I'm so proud to be the father of my 3 extraordinary children. I hope that every day I live my life in a manner and in a way that would make all of them proud. You see, I've been blessed. I have been given so much. But class of 2019, you have been given so much. From your parents, from your families, you have been given the essential necessities of life: food, clothing, shelter, and a profound and a deep nurturing. But most importantly, your parents and your families have given you their precious time. They have given you their limitless love. They have invested themselves, their energy, their hopes, their dreams in you. Your parents and your families have invested their very souls in you. And that right there is an immense and a priceless gift that has been given to you. Likewise, the Marcellus Central School District, one of the finest school districts in New York State, has given you so much. Starting nearly 13 years ago when you began kindergarten at KCH, your teachers here have devoted an immeasurable amount of time and their talents to you. Furthermore, this entire Marcellus community has generously and selflessly expended enormous and substantial resources to educate you. So in a real sense, a vast fortune, a fortune in time and energy, love, dedication, and yes, money has been spent on you. It's been invested in you. You see, you've been given so much. But class of 2019, there's a catch. To those whom much is given, much is expected. I repeat, to those whom much is given, much is expected. So let me be clear right now on what we expect from you, because our goals are high, they're lofty, and they are absolutely crystal clear. We expect you to change the world. Class of 2019, you need to know that there are enormous injustices in the world out there. They can't go unchecked, they can't go unsolved, they cannot go ignored. You live in the greatest nation ever created, the wealthiest nation in the world, but I need to remind you of some of the profound injustices in this land. Today in the United States of America, 39 million people live in poverty, 12.3% of the population. Today in the United States of America, nearly 1 in 5 children lives in poverty. And that means individually that tonight and virtually every night in America, almost 15 million children go to bed hungry. Today in the United States of America, more than 500,000 people are homeless. 33% of those are families with children. And some 40,000 of those homeless are veterans of the United States Armed Services. And that list of injustices goes on and on. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King once said that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And so I repeat, to those whom much is given, much is expected. Class of 2019, as privileged citizens of this great republic, you have a responsibility, a moral obligation, a duty to help your fellow man. You cannot look away. How can I change the world, you may ask? The answer is you've already begun that change when you served meals at the Samaritan Center, when you donated blood to the Red Cross, when you participated in food pantry drives, when you went to Fraser Elementary School with character education, or when you volunteered your time or your energy in other countless ways. You see, this is the message. You don't have to be a political leader, a CEO. You don't have to be a billionaire. You don't have to be a celebrity in order to change the world. You have already shown beautifully that you can do it even as a lone and a single citizen. And never forget that the most important office in this nation is the office of citizen. But how else can you change the world? The Indian independence leader Mohandas Gandhi said another way. He said, become the change that you want to see in the world. So class of 2019, I urge you, become compassionate, kind, honest, educated, tolerant, hardworking individuals in your life. Strive to right wrongs. Work to end injustice everywhere and every time you see it. Stand up for those who are voiceless, who are vulnerable, who are weak, or who are on the margins of our society. And I say always think of the greater good. For we live now in an era of doubt, uncertainty, cynicism, and complacency. But therefore we also live in an era that is yearning, that is crying out for champions of hope, optimism, decency, courage, and vision. Can you really change the world? Well, the distinguished anthropologist Margaret Mead once wrote, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. So as the years and the decades pass by, you will become the mothers and the fathers and the leaders in your communities. But whatever business you go into, never forget what Charles Dickens wrote, that mankind is your business. I'd like to conclude my remarks by reminding the class of 2019 that above my classroom door, there's a brief phrase. I took it down when we moved. I don't know if anybody ever saw that. It's a brief sign I kept above my door. It just says, through this door passes the future of a nation. And I oftentimes like to remind myself of that. I don't know if you can see, but the audience can. Look for a moment through these doors, at these doors. Because very soon through those doors will pass the future of a nation. What amazing times, what amazing opportunities, what amazing challenges and prospects await you. You have the chance to build a better tomorrow. And if not you, then who? And if not now, then when? As you walk through those doors, class of 2019, remember, you have been given so much. But now is the time. You have to give back. You have to change the world. And years from now, as a result of your efforts, perhaps just maybe, you will be remembered gratefully and affectionately as this nation's greatest generation. Farewell and best of luck to the class of 2019. Thank you.
everybody. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. The awarding of high school diplomas is a universal symbol of the end of a chapter of a life and the beginning of a new. It is now time to transform our senior class from seniors to graduates of Marcellus Senior High School. I would like to ask the Board of Education and Superintendent Brandner to join me on stage as we award our diplomas. I have asked my class advisors, Laura Coons and Roxanne Tangretti, to read the names of our graduates.
Grace Marie Alexander. Erica Charlotte Arpasian. Daniel William Ballman. Emmett Patrick Berry. Joshua Clay Bartolotta. Joshua Page Booz. David Matthew Bozak. Luke Michael Boskowski. Ethan Patrick Bray. Jasmine Nicole Brockway. Omani Leonardo Brown. Ashley Pauline Kane. Kenai Aurora Cameron. Carolyn Marie Karlik. Zoe Alexandra Chekin. Natalie Ann Clare. Paul James Colagiovanni, Jr. Ethan Nicholas Collar. Matthew James Connell. Gwendolyn Benita Cox. Brandon Michael Desso. Joseph Louis Dimler Chrysler. Sophia Caroline Donald. Charles John Donovan IV. Jodi Ann Dubar. Emily Ann Duran. Andrew Jacob Edicus. Autumn Paige Evanchek. James Claypool Farrell. Sydney May French. Tora Page Phi. Emma Elise Garn. Tyler James Gaskin. Michaela Ann Godbold. Christina Marie Graham. Madison Seva Green. Rebecca Mills Grinnell. Trevor Crane Garina. Haley Marie Guernsey. Zoe Elspeth Haney. John Thomas Hall.
Kiernan Thomas Hall. Elizabeth Jill Hammerschmidt. Colin Burns Harold. Grayson David Hogue. Emma Kate Polinsky. Emma Kaylin Holsworth. Grant Nelson Hughes. Emma Claire Hutchings. Christopher Michael Hyatt. Brayton Robert Johnson. Andrew David Kammer. Andrei Nikolai Kazhinov. Bryce Walter Kelly. Rebecca Hannah Kim. Thomas Edward Kinsella. Marissa Lee Kohanek. Kyler Joseph Coachella. Kendall Francis Kolaski. Evan Michael Kerfis. Michaela Elizabeth Kerfis. Riley Allen LaFrance. Dylan Thomas Lanning. Sean Philip Libera. Michael Anthony Licamili. Sorry, you are not my student. Eva Marie Linder. Shannon Mary Lynn. Nicole Suzanne Losito. Sean Riley Madden. Violet Grace Mailer. Shane Michael Manthe. Joseph Lewis Martin. Jackson Ryder Masters. Matthew Daniel Mathewson. Sophia Dawn Matthews. Ryan John McCormick. Kylie Marie McKenzie. Taya Lee Mealy. Patrick Farr Morocco. Walter Morose. Robin Marie Orzek. Tristan Quinn Parlin. Claire Gelson Pinkowski. Edward Allen Plogman. Sarah Ann Pesesnik. Nevin Reese Prawl. Murphy Patrick Thomas Riley. Dylan Thomas Riom. Connor Hannon Regalia. Nicholas Benjamin Roseboom. Abigail Therese Ryan. Megan Noel Rinkowitz. Justin Anthony Shenick. Cecilia Ann Schwalbe. Wright Robert Seeley. Cecilia Ann Sheridan. Jake Vincent Sheridan. Jeffrey Shullen Shee. Jenna Rose Schaff. Julie Esther Schvetz. Colin David Smith. Caitlin Hope Spector. Lucas Adrian Stasek. Michaela Catherine Strife Walker. Noah Lewis Sutphin. Juliana Grace Zeck. Valera Tarallo. Liam Martin Tierney. Samantha Rose Tone. Connor Stanley Trendowski. Caroline Rose Tritek. Jacob Drew Tucker. Peter Christopher Tulawicki. Christian Daniel Tuttle. Angelina Maria Van Camp. Hannah Marie Vaughn. Anna Elizabeth Vetch. Jacob Richard Walters, Jr. Katie Corinne Wangsness. Erin Elizabeth Webster. Emma Ruth Wetherill. Tyler Michael Wetherill. David John White. Hugh Jude White III. Connor Ryan Widrick. Erica Lee Willenborg. Caitlin Rose Williams. Carolyn Elizabeth Wright. Carly Elizabeth Roble.
As we're waiting for the class of 2019 to return, I will tell you that we will have a reception in their honor in the gymnasium following commencement. You can, after the graduates recess, we would kindly ask you to meet your child in the gymnasium. Are we all back? Is Carly back? You there? Okay. I'd like to ask the class of 2019 to please stand. The mission of the Marcellus Central School District is to develop responsibility, confidence, talents, and knowledge in all who walk this stage. President West, Superintendent Brandner, and families of Marcellus, it is my honor to report mission accomplished. With diploma in hand, I offer congratulations to the class of 2019, 126th graduating class of the Marcellus Senior High School. As you've done since you've entered this district, we will do our last act together. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to left, signifying that you are now proud graduates of Marcellus Senior High School. Nobody's going to throw their hat. There you go. Thank you. This concludes the commencement exercises of the class of 2019. I would like to extend a sincere congratulations and heartfelt best wishes to each and every member.